Hi everyone, it's Tremia and welcome back. This is part 3 of my review of 2015 and I'm hopefully going to get this done in less than 30 minutes because I know sitting down to watch a 30-minute video, it takes planning and time and effort. Especially on the first one at the end, there was some pretty special stuff, and so if you didn't watch that one all the way through, part 1, just go see what's at the end. I'm already out of breath and I'm tired. October of 2015 was an interesting month. We had just got through with our traveling to San Antonio, Houston, and Los Angeles, and we're back home, and there's plenty of doctor's appointments and plenty of events. Let me add a disclaimer. Every month I've gotten to mention my oncologist. He is in charge of my IVIG treatments, and I see him the most out of everybody. So every 21 days I see my oncologist, and then there was my gynecologist, endocrinologist, rheumatologist, pain management, my physiatrist, and the dentist again. My home health care was kind of slowing down. I had PT 4 times, physical therapy, occupational therapy only twice, and my RN, she was here 4 times. Also, this month, I got me a travel portable oxygen concentrator. When you fly on an airplane, you cannot take your green tanks. You have to have a portable oxygen concentrator. And there are only certain brands and certain makes, models that are approved by the FAA for in-travel flight. So now, instead of having the green tanks and the regulators when I go to the doctor's office or out of the house, I now have my own portable oxygen concentrator, and it's loud. It took a while to adjust to it. It runs on batteries, and once those batteries are down, I'm out of luck. I can't put on another green tank. So it takes planning and effort, and which I'm adjusted to it now, and it's January, and that was October. It's taken us this long. And also during the month of October, I had a mammogram, which came out nice and clean, which I was worried because, I'm having the tumors show up, like on my paraspinal muscle on my back, and some other tumors. So I was worried because, one of the side effects of chemotherapy, biologics, any of the drugs that we take for autoimmune disorders, side effects are cancer and tumors. And so when you accept a medication that you're going to take it, you need to know what its side effects are, and you need to know if you're going to be willing to live with those side effects if they happen, because right now I'm an example that they will. And so I was really worried about the mammogram, but it came back clear, and I was very overjoyed, need to say the least. Also, I had IVIG, and then I had a mobile x-ray done. Nobody's ever told me about mobile x-rays. I did not know that they can come to your house and do an x-ray. If I had known this over the last 12, 13 years, they would have been here several times. Anytime that it's like, oh, I might have pneumonia, oh this, oh that, oh my broken back. It's like when you're in the hospital and they bring the x-ray to you in your room instead of you going down to the x-ray department. It's the same kind of machine. What had happened that day with my electric wheelchair, it has a very solid steel foot plate that my feet rest on, and my chair You know, it tilts, it reclines, it does everything, but when I get out of it, I have to put it totally on the floor so I can step on that plate and step off. Well, it was down on the floor, and I was transferring back and forth from my bed to the chair or whatever, and my chair was not turned off. I hit the joystick, and it ran that foot plate over my foot. I'm screaming. It was horrible. And in the house is my home health care nurse, my physical therapist, and my personal care aide. I'm screaming. Nobody's coming to run to help me. And I'm looking at them like, you guys, this is your job. And they're all in shock. So I hit the joystick, reverse it over my foot, thinking, okay, it's going to come out. I'm going to be missing the skin off the top of my foot. It's going to be a bloody mess. What are we going to do? I pull it off get it off my foot, and I look down. No blood, skin all intact. However, before my eyes, it is growing. It is swelling. It is turning black and blue. I mean, it is doubling in size. And so then the nurse and the PT, oh, we've got to get this x-rayed. You know, we got to get this taken care of. We'll call mobile x-ray. We'll have them out here. Well, you know, within an hour, here's an x-ray guy at my door. Lovely, lovely. You guys probably already knew it. I'm probably the last one to know. Also, my manual wheelchair, not my electric, my manual wheelchair, it broke. And so it's still under warranty. The medical company came out and fixed it that afternoon and left. Something so simple. For fun, month of October, we went out and ate breakfast at Mimi's. Dwayne and I, every once in a while, we'll get up on a Saturday morning, about 7 a.m. before the crowd hits there. We'll go and we'll have some blueberry muffins, Belgian waffles. We're in carb overload. Fresh fruit, sausage, bacon, hash browns, no eggs. I'm allergic to eggs. Orange juice, coffee, milk, water, whatever you want. We sit and we enjoy, we laugh, have a good time. And we did this month. Also, this month, Dwayne had to go on one more business trip, and it was back to California to Bakersfield. And this one, he was really busy, working days and nights. And that's another reason why we like being in residency, and because of the kitchenette. We went to Trader Joe's the first day we got there. We hooked me up with groceries and stuff that I love from Trader Joe's. And I was set. I was happy. And, you know, the place was brand new again and had everything up to date, handicap accessible that you could imagine. I was in my dream world. What I do not know, you know, I was run down and tired. And so like Monday, Tuesday, I stayed pretty much in the room the whole time, other than when I had to take Buddy out. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I had to do some laundry, and we were out there by the pool, and we sat out there by the pool. The weather was perfect, and I sat out there and just enjoyed myself and got some little more color on me. And I only got to do it 2 days, and I wanted to kick myself. I wanted to kick myself because that was it. It was time to leave. When Dwayne got through in Bakersfield, we had to head back down to LAX to fly out. But we did end up staying in Los Angeles, I believe, one night. And again, we went and visited Manhattan Beach and the Grove and the Farmers Market, in which we did on our first trip. I love the Grove and the Farmers Market and Manhattan Beach. Those could be my own little world, and I would be in heaven. And we had a wonderful time, and we came back home. So that was the end of October. On to the month of November. Okay, remember, oncologist, urogynecologist, in which the gynecologist and urologist is happening because of all of my UTIs and the severity of them. So we're trying to figure out how to fix this problem. And also saw a general surgeon, my interventional radiologist, who had done all my kyphoplasties, pain management again, and also orthopedic surgeon. My home health care, my RN visits, I had 4, 1 physical therapy, and 1 bath aid. Now, what happened significantly this month is after all of this travel for the past 2 months, and the sunshine, and just, overexerting myself, I was paying the price, and I still am. I know I'm sitting here all happy and chipper, but I'm happy to be talking to all my friends, and I'm sitting here in pain. But we thought I was in such excruciating lower back pain. We thought, and it mimicked so much a compression fracture. We were pretty darn certain that I had fractured another vertebrae, but how? They're all, L1 through 5, T4 through 12, T2. My lumbar, it's all taken care of. It's like, can you break? Can something happen to the kyphoplasty that will cause this pain? And we called to get an appointment. It's going to take 2 weeks. As the pain increases, I'm not able to transfer. I'm not able to get up. If I did not move, we're okay. On a Wednesday night, Dwayne said, okay, Tremia, let's get up. I'm going to take you to the emergency room where surely they will do an MRI on you. And that way we'll have the MRI for when we go into the doctor. We'll be a step ahead of the game. And he'll know what to do at that point. And so we get to the emergency room. And we were so truly blessed with an ER doctor that understood chronic illness, chronic pain, long-term pain medication use, an internal pain pump, and you're still in significant pain. And so they put me in the hospital. It turned out to be a good hospital stay. And so after I was out, that was a Wednesday through Saturday. Of course, I had my IVIGs. The doctor that we went to on my back, he wanted to do a left and right medial nerve branch block on my lumbar and sacrum. And that's the first process of getting the radio frequencies or rhizotomies, where they go in and burn the tips, cauterize the tips of your nerves so you don't have any nerve pain. Okay, I'm used to having that done on my thoracic. They just do the nerve branch blocks once, and if those work, it's rhizotomies from there on out. So I'm used to that, and it's no fun, and you're halfway awake because you have to be able to say, ow, so they know they got the nerve. And, but this was excruciating on my lumbar. It is so much more sensitive. I thought I was going to pass out. And, he did both left and right. Usually he just does one side or the other. But everything was so bad, we needed to get it done and over with. And so we did both sides. And it did work. It did work. I had to get my pain pump refilled. And I saw the orthopedic because my left knee, instead of it just being gravelly, it started making a clunk. And it was giving out on me. And he said, well, to fix it, we would need to do a knee replacement. But you're in no condition for that. I said, plus I don't want one. And he goes, I can go in and clean it out, but in 3 months the arthritis is going to have done the damage again, and you're going to be in the same position. And he goes, or what I recommend is the least is just to do the injection into the knee, and whenever that wears off and it starts to do it again, you come back and see me. And I'll see you in 3 months anyway. So he did the injection. My knee swelled up horrible. Great big red flaming hot horrible for 12 days. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what did I do to myself? I ruined my knee. Oh dear Lord. It went down and it's been perfect ever since. No problems. We went in for the 3-month visit and he was prepared to give me another shot. I said, it hasn't started hurting again. And he goes, well, then we're not doing a shot because the shot over time will lose its effectiveness. So no shot that day. And 3 days later, my knee started clunking again. Also, month of November, of course, is Thanksgiving. And we spent that with Dwayne and Dwayne's sister and brother-in-law and their family. We went to their home, and it was Dwayne and I and Sheldon and Lauren. We had good food, good times, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Deborah every year outdoes herself, and it's just a blessing to be able to go and enjoy time with our family. Also during the month, my friend Ree, she's getting married. She is now at this point, but in November she invited me to go to her dress fitting, and I've never done that. I've never been a part of a wedding other than being the bride. I don't know why. It's like nobody's ever invited me to be a part of their wedding. We've been invited to weddings, but, you know, never been a part of anybody's wedding. But Ree, she asked me to go to her dress fitting, and it was so fun. It was so girly and just wonderful, and she looked beautiful, and it filled my heart up so much to see her so excited, and just the dreams in her eyes and everything to come. And it was just a wonderful day. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. And the last thing I have written down is we had an ice storm. And this was a significant ice storm. It took down a lot of trees across Oklahoma City, across Oklahoma. And luckily, we did not lose any trees. About every other year, we do get our trees trimmed and thinned out, because if an ice storm happens and your tree is heavy, it will just split it down the center and it will fall to each side and you are out a tree. And, you know, trees add property value and everything, so especially the more mature they are. And so you do not want to lose your trees. Okay, we did lose some branches, but they were lower branches that we would have had to have cut off this summer. So it was like we got a free tree trimming. And then the deal is you just take all your branches that the storm took down and you put them at your curb, and the city will eventually come by and pick them up. This was in November. 3 days ago, ours got picked up. They've been sitting there that long. And they said it was going to take through February to get them all cleaned up. And they weren't joking. The storm was that bad. We are to December, the last month of the year. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Okay. Doctors I was busy with. I had a pulmonologist. My lung doctor, she said everything was good. I've been having some shortness of breath, and it makes me panic. And she said rightfully so, and she understood that. And she said that my lung disease had not progressed. We were still around the same area, maybe a tad bit more, but not anything significant. My rheumatologist, the urogynecologist again, the general surgeon for the lump, the great big bulge out of my side, and he agreed that I needed to have surgery to remove the mass. And remember, the CAT scan is just saying it is like that. That's the wrong finger, but we'll use this finger. You know, just about that big. And that's like, no. And Dwayne and I are going, he's going to be surprised. And so, also, I had a follow-up with a doctor who does the rhizotomies on my back. And so I did go in and have the epidural, and I survived. And, but the epidural didn't do anything for me. And so they made an appointment for us to follow back up in the office. And when we get there, there is a representative from St. Jude, and my doctor is recommending the neurostimulator for all of this nerve pain. My spine and the vertebrae and all that is under control with my pain pump. I say I'm at a 5, but if I get all this other stuff taken care of and I'm not having to concentrate on like what's what, it very well may be lower than a 5. And so the pain pump is doing what it's supposed to do. So the St. Jude rep, she gave us, books and DVD, and I'm sitting here and I said, Doctor, those are more foreign bodies. I already have the pain pump, I have my port, and these things go septic. And he goes, I've thought about that. The difference is these are accessed every 21 days. This is getting access for IVIG. Every 2 months, my pain pump is getting access to add more pain medication to the pump. And the neurostimulators, once they're in, they're never accessed again. You get a little remote that it's basically like a TENS unit that's implanted. And so the first step into doing this, because we haven't chosen it, but we're walking through some of the steps. First step is you have to have a psychological evaluation, just like I had to have for the pain pump. And I actually go do that this afternoon to find out my mental status. We all know that's questionable. So I go do that. The second part is if they approve it, they submit it to insurance. If insurance approves it, then we do a trial where they put a neurostimulator in, and I have it for 5 to 7 days at home. It's just temporary. And if it helps my pain significantly, then I can choose to go on and have the permanent neurostimulator. So if I choose to go through with this trial, which I'm not certain, but if I do the trial and I'm able to stand there and brush my teeth, wash my hands, and not go like this, not do this to myself, if I can do that, do those simple tasks, then I'm going to go through and get the neurostimulator. Sorry. But I'm going to get the neurostimulator because then it will give me more quality of life, and I have the knowledge of knowing it won't have to be accessed. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you guys know what happens. So that was all of the medical stuff in December. Buddy, he had his well check and got his shots, vaccinations, the rabies and all that kind of stuff. And I think you just heard him shake all of his little tags. He has the service animal tag and his rabies tag on. Also, we went to my friend Ree's civil ceremony that they had, and it was a good time just to see how happy they were. But they were that was the civil part. To get the legal part done, they were actually having a destination wedding in Mexico. Then it was Christmas, and I will put a card up here or over here for you guys to go and watch my vlog that I did on my Christmas. It was the best Christmas I ever have had. It was wonderful, and I couldn't have asked for a better time. And also New Year's Eve, we've been married for 15 years. For 15 years we have done it the same every single year. We get some kind of good beef, prime rib, ribeye, some kind of good steak, and crab legs. And Dwayne does a wonderful job. And this year Janine enjoyed New Year's Eve with us, and she brought homemade mac and cheese. Ooh, yeah, it was delicious. And also some asparagus spears. And then we had some wonderful dinner rolls and 3 bottles, I say 3, of Welch's sparkling grape juice. We prefer the white over the red. And Dwayne and I were in bed by 11 o'clock. Same as it has been for the past 15 years. So the year ended wonderfully. And here we are in 2016. And I look forward to making more vlogs. You're going to see me good. You're going to see me bad. These reviewing 2015, I have a lot of good memories, a lot of smiles, and got my makeup on, got my hair fixed, not in my pajamas. 2016, you'll see some realness, some reality. So I look forward to seeing you guys in more videos in the future. So as always, look at my address below and keep in touch. Also, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. All of those are down below also. So come find me, see what's happening. I'm trying to Instagram at least one thing a day, hashtag Lupus Moments. So, and I'm going to be doing that every day. So at least one thing is documented each day about lupus and what I'm doing about it or what's happening. So I will see you guys in the next video.